Ah, Thorax and Ocellus. From the moment I saw you two in your first episodes, you instantly became my two favorite changelings, and also left a lasting impression on me. I wonder if I can see them in action and do an analysis on them, to see how they adapt to living not only in their hive, but also Equestria, since they were freed from Christus's rule. I think I'm going to need some help.
They got some new arcade cabinets. Where'd they put them?
Oh, hey Dulcet.
Oh, hey, Rosie, what's going on?
I was just packing some stuff for a trip.
Yeah, looks like a lot of work. You need a hoof with any of it?
Yeah, that would be appreciated. Thanks. I was wondering if you will come with me. You see, I'm going to the Changeling Hive for a field analysis. I want to see how the Changelings have got on since they were freed from Chrysalis, especially when it comes to the best two Changelings that came out of Equestria recently, Thorax and Ocellus.
The Changeling Kingdom? Wow, that's a far jaunt, but sure. To be honest, I actually wanted to go there to check something out for myself. I'll be glad to accompany you.
Fantastic! Okay, prepare yourself, because I'm going to create a portal to get us there. Okay, here goes. Portals, escape us! Pretty cool, huh? I'm still getting used to my new magic. Ezra has been teaching me to use my magic in an effective way.
Pretty neat. Is that all you're taking with you, or is there more?
Yep, that's all there is. A camera, notebooks, quills, binoculars, and a bag of delicious treats. Let's just say I got some handy tips on Finn when we did our adventure when we reviewed the lost treasure of Griffinstone. And I also... Okay, we are here.
Portal magic is so much more convenient than infinite hallways with doors.
Yeah, even though I've been in a rift for a few years, sometimes I still get lost in the hallways. Ooh, there they are! Our 2 stars are in sight. I officially declare that character study, #Best Changelings is a go. Thorax and Ocellus, they certainly made a great impression since they joined MLP. They made their first appearances in the Times They Were Changeling and school days. They are given plenty of cool stuff to talk about. So today, me and Dulcet are going to talk about these guys and how far they've come in Equestria, starting with Thorax.
Thorax, upon his first introduction, essentially blew the door open when it came to the world of the Changelings. Before then, we weren't even sure if an untransformed Changeling could communicate, let alone have a reverberating vocoder voice Chrysalis had. Turns out they're just as intelligent as a standard pony.
Indeed, and what we learn from him is that he is the first changeling in Equestria that doesn't like how Chrysalis treats his fellow changelings, especially when it comes to the whole feeding off love thing. It explains in his flashback to a council wedding, after he witnessed the main 6 and their friendship between them, he wanted to share the love instead of feeding off it. This explains how one person, or in this case changeling, wants to break away from that ideal and wants to make their own identity for themselves.
It does bring up an interesting point. Every changeling is capable of independent thought. And as we find out later on in Thorax's story, feeding isn't an instinct so much as a choice. Chrysalis just has the hive so well controlled that over all this time, only one dissenter has ever come to that conclusion.
Later on we see that thanks to Spike, who was willing to sacrifice his status as the hero of the Crystal Empire, wanted to face judgment of Cadence, Shining Armor, even Twilight and Starlight for making friends, with what they see as their formidable enemy from their past encounters with the Changelings. The song that spice things makes him decide maybe Thorax isn't as dangerous as he thought he was, and willing to give him a second chance, and becomes an honorary member of the Crystal Empire, especially after when we saw Fluttershy was willing to give Discord a second chance, and Twilight wants to take Starlight under her wing as her student.
Though I feel the stakes weren't as high as compared to those two, Thorax never did anything wrong himself other than being a changeling. I think that does help him come around a bit easier, however. Good on you, Spike. We also see a change in Thorax himself the next time we see him, seeking the help of Starlight and Trixie in the Season 6 finale. Because of his change in feeding habits, he's grown shinier wings.
I wonder if Cadence and Shining Armor got Thorax to see the Crystal Heart and had a special ceremony for his honorary citizen status to give him his glittery wings. It would be cool if that was mentioned.
That would be neat for sure, but I think it's more of a reference to gossamer wings, like that of a newly emerged butterfly, when the wings are the most sensitive. Thorax was already on the verge of a major breakthrough in his development, which then fully manifested when he turned into a skittlebug at the end of the episode.
Yeah, after he, Starlight, Trixie and Discord infiltrated the hive to rescue their friends. Trixie and Discord got themselves captured, so it's up to Sty and Thorax to save the day. Through Starlight's words, Thorax really gives the love to blast Chrysalis and destroying her throne, and goes through a metamorphosis to his new form, just like a butterfly does. I heard lots of people talking about how the new designs were a bit all over the place, but for me, like a certain rainbow alicorn, I loved the new designs because some of the features reminded me of Egyptian stag beetles, and the colours represented newfound freedom. To Thorax and the Changelings, this was a new beginning as he became the new leader of their race.
Yeah, and since we're here, I can finally find out something I was confused on. How come you didn't speak at all after you transformed in the episode? A bunch of people thought you lost your voice, or it changed along with the rest of you. Oh wow. No wonder.
What did you say?
He had a wad of chrysalis juice stuck in his throat and didn't want to cough it out in front of everyone.
Goodness, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? It's okay, Thorax. So, after getting his pink heart of courage with his friends, the next time we see him is Triple Threat. I believe that episode might have cemented Spike's role in MLP to be a friendship ambassador for the Changeling and Dragon cultures. But what made this episode stand out is the scene with Thorax and Ember as they talk about their struggles as the newfound leaders of their races.
We get to see him in the Season 8 opening together, so bonus, I guess? But another thing I want to point out is that this is the only time we see Thorax actually transform since he got his new form. Before his transformation, he would use it constantly. Is this out of defiance against the former queen? Or maybe something having to do with his own confidence? It's honestly hard to tell, or it could even be a combination of both. He does tell our new other favorite character, Ocellus, to stay in her own form, so maybe he's pushing that ideal for all changelings?
You know what? I think that may be true. Anyway, Thorax's chat with Ember shows how he's getting used to his new role as a changeling leader, with Ember being the new Dragon Lord. Thorax shows his fears that some changelings may rebel against him, and might be going back to their old ways, and he feels he might be pushed aside just like how Fluttershy felt in putting her hoof down. But thanks to Ember, he is learning to be more assertive, like she does when he teaches her to bring kindness to her fellow dragons in return. This brings a good foreshadow to the episode to change the changeling, where we meet his brother Pharynx, and we see how the changelings develop their culture from arts and crafts to theatre and the self-help focus group.
You know, Rosie, I think you and the feelings form changeling would get along. She reminds me of you a bit. Open others' feelings in as friendly a way as possible.
Oh, really? Thanks so much. I'm actually giving out good advice to others. Maybe I could do one for the Rift.
Give it a shot sometime. I'd like to see the result. As for Pharynx, there's kind of a mixed opinion on him. Some people thought he should have remained unturned, but some like his updated design. Personally, I think it gives a good message, that peace without defense is peace without safety. By embracing the more combative elements of the old changelings, they can secure themselves so that they can live the way they wish.
Yeah, I thought Pharynx was a bit of a jerk at first, but when I saw the flashback of how he stood up for Thorax to their fellow changelings, that made me change my mind. And I can agree with the fact that although their culture is developed from how it used to be, they can learn how to defend themselves too. Then we see Thorax at the School of Friendship with the cutest changeling ever, Ocellus. From the scenes we see them together, although he is the leader, he acts like a big brother figure to her, which I think is adorable, and inspires her to join the school to make her fellow changelings proud.
That brings up a question though. How did changeling families work now? We know that Pharynx and Thorax are brothers because they were in the same clutch of eggs. But we know Ocellus isn't related to them because in the new Heartswarming episode we see her with adult and toddler changelings in a smaller family unit. Also, who's laying the eggs? If Thorax doesn't have a mate, then they must have split into nuclear family units, which would be a drastic change from when Chrysalis was laying all the eggs, from a biological standpoint alone. My head hurts now.
Now that you mentioned it, there is a conundrum to figure out, and that stuff could make my head hurt too. Speaking of the Heartswarming Cloth episode, it is one of the things that make Ocellus an adorable character. She and the other changelings are learning to celebrate the holiday after they got a list of Twilight, and it's other things to do in a literal sense, like passing presents around endlessly and building a fire out of wood and nails. That was adorable and funny at the same time. Another adorable thing about her is that she is really dedicated to study just like Twilight. In a matter of principles, she displays her knowledge of the artifacts Twilight is showing the class by studying in the book she read in advance, and she goes pretty good teamwork with Smolder in the scavenger hunt, and they have a good friendship out of the student 6 altogether.
All that is true, but I don't think any of it would really been so significant if she hadn't been so well introduced in school days to start. She goes around transforming on instinct into plain-looking characters so as to keep eyes off her. Thorax figures it out immediately, which makes me wonder if they have some sort of sense for this. But from there, this shy little skillbug filly goes through a dramatic change of her own. Once she finds friends, her shyness drops, and her bookworm attitude comes forth, showing that she's not just one character trope. She even uses her transformation ability to keep her original colors. She accepts herself as what she is, be it when she's a changeling, a puckwudgie, a bugbear, or even a piranha. But here's a question for you, Rosie. At what moment was the one that endeared Ocellus to you?
I guess the moments that made me love Ocellus was a love of studying and when she told a story in the heartwarming club. Everything about her through those moments were funny, adorable, and showed true dedication. She reminds me of myself when I was her age, for my education and even now.
My moment was when she dove into those pillows in School Days Part 2. She turned into a full-on snugglebug, and it was absolutely precious. Some of the art of that moment I've saved and made wallpaper. It's just so darn cute. She's best changeling. And since she is a changeling, that means she's also best pony, best yak, best griffin, best sea pony, best hippogriff,
Well, to wrap things
best
up, Thorax and
parasprite,
Ocellus are the best changes we have ever
best
had in the world of
dog,
MLP.
best
We have
sea
seen their
monster,
strengths
best
as well as their
chimera,
struggles, and we
best
can't wait to see what happens
manticore,
next for them.
best dragon.
Now,
Did
we
I
would
say
love to
dragon?
hear from you
I think I
guys.
said
What are
dragon.
your thoughts
No, I
on
didn't
Thorax
say
and
dragon.
Ocellus?
Okay.
Let me know in the
Well,
comments
I guess
below.
we could do
If you want to see more
Goblin
content,
and best
please leave a like and
rock,
subscribe to my
best
channel,
turtle, best
and give some
card,
Brony awesomeness to
book.
Dulcet by going to his
Just
channel.
all the best.
I'll provide a link at the end of the video and in the description. And as of recently, I have achieved over 3,000 subscribers!
Wait, really? That's an amazing milestone. Congrats!
Thank you so much for your support over the years, and I'll be doing 2 videos to celebrate not only for my MLP content, but also for my cartoon content. Until next time, this has been Rose Pal and Dulcet Tone saying, see you later, Ripony. Hey Dulcet, how about we hang out with Thorax and Ocellus for a while? We can have lunch and win the snacks I brought.
Do changelings even eat now? Oh no, I think my head is starting to hurt again.
Yeah, they do eat cakes and things as well as food they ate in the Thorax episode, so there's no need to worry.
But the love and it. How does? You know what? Sometimes it's best not to think about it and enjoy the company of good friends. I'm Dulcet Tone, and always keep theorizing. You just might wind up right. Hey Rosie, save me a slice of cake.